Oh, are we? Oh, we are live. That was super
I
duper quick.
I have no
Usually,
idea.
huh?
I said I have no idea. Like you're the
No,
one
we
that
are
has
live.
access to all of the stuff.
We are totally live. Say hi.
Hi.
I no, I'm so mad. I don't know if you were in the thing or not when I was so in the stream Friday. Before the stream Friday, I noticed that our end screen is being flagged for copyright, and I'm like, you saw the same thing
We
I saw, right?
specifically we
Said
specifically looked for a source that was copyright free.
yes.
Now, what I will say
Mhm.
is that if you were going to try and steal somebody's stuff and
Mhm.
copyright it as yourself, it would make sense to steal copyright free stuff. So perhaps we got the perhaps we got the content from channel A, and
Yeah.
channel A is legit, and they produced
Mhm.
it, and they're like anybody can use this, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So we're channel B, and we're like, okay, so we're going to use it like they said. And then channel C, completely unrelated to us, or
Yeah.
channel A, was like, okay, I'm going to take channel A's content and I'm going to copyright it because,
It's not
like,
copyrighted. Yeah.
exactly. And
No, and that's what Dick was saying that
it could,
that's not
yeah.
uncommon. Like if Source actually when I was looking for music, I noticed that his music is was one of the ones that came through on the copyright free things. So, but he's pretty big. So, if he wanted to copyright that, I could understand, but I mean, when that happens, I kind of wish people were required to notify YouTube so that the title was updated or it got taken out of the free library so that I don't think it's
Yes.
fair to label something as copyright free and then say, oh,
For
you
sure.
can't monetize any of your videos because you trusted us.
Well, I mean, is the video like still partially not? There's only one way to find out. Hold on, I can find
No,
out.
my videos,
Let me just.
all the videos where it recognizes the jingle, it has demonic. Well, it says I can't make any money unless I take out that last part, and I don't want to do that because then it takes all the comments out for the entire stream,
Oh, come
and
on,
that
really?
pisses me off too. So
Terrible. Okay, yeah, we might need to like do a thing. Okay, well, okay, I was still able to gift memberships, so it's at least
no, 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 not the channel monetization thing. Yes, you can still play, and run up your credit card. The actual videos that we wouldn't get ad revenue from anyway are we can't get out of it ad revenue from unless I take our end screen out.
Okay.
So it's just the ad revenue, not which I mean, do we need
That's not we
seven
never got
cents a
into this
month
for the
that
ad revenue.
badly? I know, right? We
I
should
may
live
have
just
gotten
like
into this for the emotes. That's a possibility. Not for
I've been
the
very
ad money.
no, no, no. I'm just letting you know because it's something that happened that pissed me off, and it just seems like
Yeah. How am I supposed
Ember.
to?
Hey,
How,
Ember is here.
hell yeah! What up, girl? I I forgot what I was gonna say, but it was something about
ADHD.
yeah. I mean, it wasn't anything about ADHD, but ultimately everything becomes a conversation about ADHD.
Right, right.
Are we right?
Yeah, no, it takes over your whole life. It's awesome.
It totally
Um,
does.
so at you know what? I kept telling myself that I would look into this, and I keep forgetting. I have no idea when our first live was. It was
Oh
January
no, I
something,
looked
and it
at
was
the.
the past week.
It was. Hold on, we can just do it live right now. We can.
No, yeah, I'm
Fuck it,
like,
we'll do it live.
crap.
You know.
We have a lot of videos.
Well, I have
Our
you
first
bookmarked because
stream
I'm smart.
together was January 16th. All right.
Our first BSS eventually what became BSS stream was January 16th. Our first
Yeah,
stream
the
was your
day
first
that
stream, I think.
no,
But it
my
wasn't our
first.
stream.
Well, yeah, it wasn't a
It
yeah.
wasn't.
No, our
It
first
was
the BSS first stream was January 16th, and which we celebrated on January 19th because like we have day jobs and shit.
terrible.
Yeah,
Fun fact.
but mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Fun fact. Bad Science Sunday did not get the name Bad Science Sunday until like May.
Something like that. And I
It
don't
was. It
even
was.
how did that even happen? I can't remember.
It was around when I went on vacation.
No, I remember that, but I can't even remember why we decided to name it that. Like,
I think like we probably saw a few people in like the chat or something being like, "Hey, this is Bad Science Sunday," um, and because like at that point, we had fairly well like defined our niche, but we were like, yeah, but we don't
yeah,
have like a name for it or anything.
I
It's
think I
like not
wanted
even
to
a thing that we
differentiate
like
because
actually do.
I was doing a lot of what do you call it? Social streams. I think I wanted to differentiate this from those. Um,
Yeah.
and that's why I wanted to make sure they're labeled. But there's also a playlist if you guys are interested. So today,
Oh,
our
today.
very so to commemorate our very first Bad Science Sunday stream, which I really fucking love this community. We've never had single digit viewers. Like our very first
The
stream.
power of alts, you guys. I have so many alts. You have no
No, our
idea.
very first stream was we remember we were just like, well, nobody's on, fuck it, let's go live.
Yeah,
And
no.
we were in the
Yeah,
teens for the
exactly.
first couple of streams, and then I don't know, Ember found us, and then we jumped to the 20s.
Hell yeah.
So, but yeah, it was just me and you, and then I think you wanted to do more sciencey shit, and I'm like, I need help. And then Stephanie and Breeze joined us, and so on
Yo,
and so
Steph and
forth.
Brie, they're both
Rock
like
stars.
their general knowledge about science
Hmm.
is like phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like they like just all around, uh, and like in some of there were certain areas of like physics where like sorry, Steph in this particular case, Steph knows like way more like fluid dynamics and stuff. Like she
She's
groks
good.
that and understands that because duh, she's a world champion sailor. But
Indeed, she is.
fluid dynamics is a thing. It's not an easy thing. It is
That's what I
it is
hear.
a full branch of very complicated classical physics that
I'll
has
take your word for it.
yeah, just like there yeah, exactly. So very
Yeah.
helpful. And the
Thanks, Steph.
encyclopedic knowledge, yeah, and the encyclopedic knowledge that like Bree brings about like taxonomy,
Oh yeah, that's
humbling.
insane. I got bored one day, and sometimes I like to look at animals because like they're just happy little fuckers. And then I don't know, I had otter videos, and I started sending them to Bree, and I was like, oh, what family are they from? She knows like who they're closest related to, their evolution from the Jurassic period. I'm like, holy shit. It's nuts. I
No, it's
just can't
nuts.
imagine having I I can't always put faces with names.
Yeah,
But
that's why I
like
became
she
a
can like,
physicist, for example.
right, right. Um but yeah, no, Steph and Bree, they've been amazing. But I also want, shout out to everybody who has been has come on and helped us. Everybody who's helped us grow, everybody who's in the chat and keeps coming back every week. We are going to do something tonight, I swear. But we just wanted to kind of explain why it's just going to be us tonight. And it is to commemorate our 1 year anniversary when we started, and it was just me and Vandy. And if you just absolutely have to see us talk to other people, there is me, Vandy, and a fuck ton of streamers in the Friday show, and it's a whole 4 hours of that.
Yeah,
So You can get your fill. And we'll talk about next week in 2 hours.
Yeah, but
What are we doing
tonight,
today? What are we doing today?
tonight we are, of course, as you may very well expect, and you would be correct, we're going back to our good friend Rodger from
Yay.
Mudfossil University. Now, we all love Rodger. Okay, Rodger is... If this channel had a mascot, it would be a weasel. But if it wasn't a weasel, it would be Rodger.
I mean, yeah, we definitely. Oh yes, thank you everybody who hit the button. We have weasel emotes now. I am
Weasel.
so excited about that. Oh,
Hashtag
and
weasel cult.
yeah, shout out to left-handed Jedi for she who must be obeyed. Once again, congratulations. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna have to get used to these interlacing super chats throughout the stream, like a professional streamer or something.
Yeah, that's why I don't make content. Fantastic. All right. So,
moving on.
it's like, that sounds like a you problem. So, Mudfossil University. Anybody here who's new? Mudfossil University is an individual. His name is Rodger. So, the thing about these streams that you have to understand is alcohol is encouraged.
Cheers.
For reasons that will become apparent. Rodger thinks that the entire Earth used to be covered by like giant living things that then died and like petrified, sort of, kind of. So all of the rocks are just like dead organs. Yeah. Mostly vaginas.
Well, I don't know. Rodger really likes balls.
Rodger does like balls,
and he likes
keeping, and he likes keeping the light part and the dark part separate, also, which is problematic.
Cheers to Ember, ties to the goddess. I'm still poor, but much love. Ember, please don't give me money. I know that you are going through some things, and we love you emphatically. And oh yeah, since I'm gonna have to pay a lot of attention to the chat, I don't want you guys to think that you have to pay for comments, but I have ADHD, and it's just really hard for me to read comments and pay attention to the video. I'm going to do my best. And again, I don't want you to think that you have to pay me to read the comments. If you at me, I have the chat pulled up. That's going to drive my attention over. Oh, like Steph just did here. And Stephanie has 3 elephants and a feather and a whiteboard and a Cuba Libre at the ready. Man.
By the
way, whistle if they're required. See?
We have a whiteboard.
Also,
Hubble constant versus time. Just saying, but, not related to what we're doing tonight. Anyway.
No, not at all. But I just an FYI that I'm not going to be able to have as much of an eye on the chat. We love you, and the mods are going to be keeping an eye out for everybody. So we're going to expect everyone to be on their best behavior, and I don't know.
All right, we're talking about the birth of Venus.
Let's just all enjoy the vag emotes and get drunk. We have love titties too.
Yeah. You got 193,000, you guys.
Oh, Rodger. Yeah, he's quickly inching up to 200.
Pretty sure the last time we checked it was 188.
I thought it was something, yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely in the 180s. So
like struggling to get to 500, and he just like jumped by like 5,000 or something like that.
that'd be
jumped by 5,000. Like he has so many more than that.
That'd be how the pseudoscience do. Who knows? All right, let's see what he's got for us.
Okay, my friends, this is another shocker du jour. This
By the way, already gotta give him credit. He did not start in the middle of the sentence. He started at the
That's
beginning of the
new.
sentence.
That's
This
totally new.
is yeah, this is something he does it about 10% of the time, but that's not often. So yeah, gotta point it out. It's new.
is the Jupiter Great Red Spot, and this was taken July 8th, 1979, on a flyby of this particular spot. And they took extremely high resolution image, as
We
you
have
can
so
see.
many newer
Now,
pictures of the red spot. I really don't understand. I guess we're about to understand why he chose this one in particular, but I think it's silly.
The reason I would choose this one in particular is because it has a lot of detail that seems to correspond to like depth or like distance. It looks very three-dimensional.
Sure.
But I think it's a big ball of swirling gas, and I'm pretty sure he thinks it's a petrified rock vagina. So, there's that.
There's that.
there's a story behind this red spot that Velikovsky illuminated years ago, and I think it may have some validity.
All right.
bet
So
you
if
do.
you remember, last time we talked about Rodger, he was trying to explain how blue balls on Mars proved that Venus was ejected from Jupiter like a comet.
Well, that was the title of the video, but I don't think he ever actually got to it.
Yeah, no one understood how he concluded that from what he said, but that is standard Rodger.
Yeah, fair.
And so this is more of a Rodger's pet argument, or I don't know, his newest bone. He's going to explain how Jupiter gave birth.
Familiar with the giant red spot on Jupiter? It's the Earth fits into that little tiny spot right about there.
I mean, a couple
If
of
the
Earths
Earth fits
actually
into it,
fit into those.
yeah, I believe it is a couple of Earths. But also, if the Earth fits into it, does it count as tiny? Like,
I don't.
I'm a physicist. Everything's relative to everything else. So, like, it depends on the thing you're comparing it to. But, like, generally speaking.
I mean, it's not even tiny for Jupiter.
Yeah, it really isn't. It's not minuscule. Like, if I had
a blemish, if I had a zit this size, people would be like, "What the fuck?"
it'd be like way bigger than that.
Right. So I mean, I'm like, even I don't know. It's a Jupiter. It's a Rodger thing, I guess. It's whatever.
I'd be like, no, my face is. I don't have a zit. It's fine. It's totally fine.
It's totally fine. What?
That's about the size of the Earth and Venus. Now,
That's true.
it's spinning this way. As we can see, the clouds are rippling off of the spot. Now, what is that spot made of? Is it a bulge? Is it a hole?
So Coriolis effects can get complicated and confusing.
Well, yeah. I mean, are there people who don't understand what the spot is? I mean, does he really? He's like, what is it made of? It's a storm.
Yes. To be fair to Rodger, if you go up on Earth and you look at all of the storms, and you're just limiting yourself to storms, to clouds, not to like the land and the terrain underneath them, just to the opaque gases in the air when there are opaque gases in the air, they're all some version of gray. These are not. No. These have colors.
Yeah.
They are different in that way.
Jupiter's, I mean, it's a very beautiful planet. I don't understand.
It's a very different planet.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, I love our planets. I mean, they're also, I mean, I don't know, maybe Neptune and Uranus, not so much, but I mean, they all have different fascinating aspects of themselves. And I think it's really cool that we get to study so many different things in our own solar system.
I mean,
But we,
I would never speak ill of the Titan Uranus. Um, Neptune, bit of a chump, but Uranus, no, no. All on board with Titan Uranus. So
What's going on there? Why are we having this storm there for 350 years at least, they say, and maybe more than that? And this is the giant red spot. Let's examine it closely. Okay, I am going to get into some anatomical discussion.
anatomical discussion. We're talking about planets.
what? Where is anatomy coming into this conversation, Rodger? Do you wonder? You know what I need?
Well,
Well,
look. It's a planetary body. Hmm? Like last stream, we talked about Graydon, Rodger, and a curve. I don't know. I don't
Hold
know
on.
how
Okay,
to
you know what? One of the two of us, you know what we need? We need to get a wall, and it can be me. I can do it. We need to get a wall, and
bang
on
our
one
heads
part of the
against it?
wall, that yes, but also we can put hypotheses on the wall, and then over here we can have the Rodger is talking about real, alien anatomy, and then connect it with the most authoritative of visual references to indicate, connecting knowledge, which is, of course, red yarn. So you take the red yarn and you connect it from one spot on the wall to another spot on the wall. And then you go like this. Well,
I don't think we
History
would
Channel
actually
records
end
it.
up connecting any of the yarns to anything else. I think it's just going to be
Well,
point.
not with that attitude, we won't.
I'm pretty sure he just jumps from point to point, and none of them are connected. Like maybe one.
Yeah, but Maya,
yeah.
hold on, Maya. You and I both have ADHD. Okay, we can
Sure.
get behind that.
Yeah. Okay. So hear me out, though, right? When we speak to people, they comprehend the topic.
Not in my experience. You must be a much better communicator than me.
You've been on like a fucking what do you call it? Streaming tour or some shit. Like people they talk to you and they're like, wow, they actually say like random ass shit like, wow, that's fascinating. So coherent things must be coming out of your mouth, right?
Fascination does not require coherence, but I thank you. I will take your statement in the good faith that it is meant. Yes, thank you.
Wait, all science is science, the way that all science is the theory of evolution? I don't know what that means.
Who said that?
SEO? I don't know. It's like random nonsense and it caught the corner of my eye. I mean, and maybe I'm just missing context and I'm the one in the wrong.
I never
the mouths will
have
work
context.
it out. All right, let's see how. I don't even know what the
To be
fuck
clear,
this is. No, look, there are beams coming out of the sun, or I don't even know what that is. Is that like
tendons? This is anatomy. Remember, we're talking about anatomy.
Is it tendons? Tendons, or the sun has two tendons that reach out to the earth, and
it has something that has to go with the vocabulary of anatomy.
I mean,
this is anatomy.
Like hug it, fondle it. I mean, is it like stopping and frisking it? I don't. Okay, what is he saying? What does he think is going on?
About female anatomy. I just put this
it's
up
female
here
anatomy.
For a second. So if you're going to be adverse to that, or you have kids, or you don't want to see this is nothing more than the red spot on
Don't let your kids see the Earth, folks.
So this is nothing more than the red spot on Mars. I assume he's referring to this thing.
which is
Not the red spot on Mars. I mean, Jupiter or Mars. There's not a red spot on Mars. The whole thing is red, but, you know.
got that.
Mars. I mean, on Jupiter.
See, he also got it wrong. Rodger and I are basically the same person.
But I believe
yeah,
it's also
I can
vagina.
get on board with
I'm
that.
just telling you that right now. The ancient texts say the feared god Jupiter gave birth to Venus.
Wasn't Jupiter an explicitly male entity?
I mean,
the
in
pantheon?
mythology, yeah.
That is my understanding, was that Jupiter was an explicitly male entity in the pantheon.
Well, apparently
Which
we've
means-
been misgendering the planet Jupiter.
Unless... Hold on. Is Jupiter a starfish?
No,
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair.
that's bullshit.
Which is what caused our catastrophe on Earth. And this,
What catastrophe?
I believe, is
Rodger, maybe, in his channel?
Oh,
Yeah, fair, right? Possible.
sure.
exactly where it came from. And that, my friends, is about as close to a vagina as you can get.
I'm not sure Rodger's ever seen a vagina.
Yeah, and I don't want to like put you out there if you've never seen one. They don't look like that.
Not
I'm
healthy
kind of
ones.
worried about Rodger.
Well, I'm worried about his date. And Rodger, it's an ocular problem or something else.
Assuming he's actually been with a woman, I'm like, what the fuck are you sticking your dick into? Holy shit.
A storm. A hurricane.
Okay. Yeah, let's
This would be the bottom towards the anal area, and this is the vagina. And, as far as I'm concerned, this is what happened. This is what was recorded. And
who recorded what, where, when, why? What? Don't think so.
So I
Venus.
guess Jupiter was caught with her dress down, or I don't know, and they got a picture of the vag here. I don't in 1979, and yeah.
So what I'm understanding is that Voyager was not a well-named aircraft, and spacecraft, sorry, and it should have been called Voyager instead of Voyager, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Because
clearly,
right, exactly.
spins backwards. Now, let me tell you why that's going to happen from this type of a birth on a rotating planet, which is Jupiter, in the right-hand rotation, that's the standard. Everybody spins to the right, every single one of us.
What? Every what?
I don't know what right-hand spin means.
Is he talking about?
Does it mean
right
clockwise
hand?
or does it mean counterclockwise?
He's saying right hand. I don't.
So, if I give
a right
him
hand spin, I'm just thinking he means clockwise.
Counterclockwise, actually. Curl your hands on your right hand and look at them.
Okay. They curl
counterclockwise.
Sure.
From your eyes, they're curling counterclockwise. That's the best I've got. Physicists, we have a whole thing, the right hand rule, where you talk about like E cross B gives you like the direction of a thing. I don't know, something pointing vector, and so like if you walk in to a high school class of physics students, or a freshman or a sophomore in college class of physics students,
Hmm.
and they're like trying to do three-dimensional like vector physics, you just watch for 10 seconds and you're eventually going to see somebody be like, because they're doing the right hand rule, which is a real thing. But Rodger thinks that caves are ancient reproductive passages. So
I
yeah,
need to know this. Like it. Okay, it actually does spin counterclockwise.
it depends on where
Uh,
you're looking at it from.
no, this is space.com. The Great Red Spot is an anti-cyclone rotating counterclockwise once
What
every
if you're
about
looking at
every
it from
6 days.
beneath?
No one has ever done that. I promise you.
Nobody from Earth has ever done that.
From Earth, counterclockwise. So if he's saying a right hand spin, which is fucking stupid by your definition of whatever the fuck that is, he would be
Yeah,
right.
fair. Yeah. Also, sometimes physics be like that. Like we describe rotational polarization states of photons rather as being right hand or left hand circularly polarized. It's not ideal. It's really not ideal. Anyway, sorry.
I mean, you could just say clockwise or
Except
counterclockwise because that's what everybody fucking says to denote a spin.
Yeah, but on which side? On a planet, there's an obvious side, the side that you can take a picture from.
Well, no,
'Cause-
when we're only looking at planets from Earth, and they're spinning. There's no perspective there. Like,
so
right? It's
wait,
from
hold on. What
Earth.
about hurricanes then?
What? From Earth when we're looking at another planet, sure. Like when we're looking at our
Yeah,
own.
but when we describe the rotation of
Mhm,
cyclones on Earth,
mhm.
that
We're not
implies.
talking about Earth. This is totally not about Earth. We're talking about outer space. Maybe. I I don't know what he thinks. Where he thinks
I'm just
Jupiter is.
trolling you, man.
Yeah, no. Like there's a big ass badge in space twirling.
Big ass badge in space.
Twirling counterclockwise, or twirling right hand spin. Yeah,
Venus. And the
or
reason
this
is
way,
it rolled off of Jupiter backwards. Let me describe that to you.
backwards.
Let me just show you what the anatomical version of
Oh
the
boy.
vagina looks like. I mean, it's hard to not understand what you're seeing there.
It's hard to not understand.
Now, this is an anatomical version
Oh,
of female anatomy.
yeah.
Is
I
this
mean,
helpful, chat? Are you guys
yeah.
learning? Are
You
you
guys
learning,
learning?
chat?
And
Yeah.
when I was looking at the clouds, Jupiter spins like this.
Ah.
I want. I really. God. I just want to.
What?
Can I hurt him? I just. He'll be
If
all
you can
right.
find
Like
him.
I want to punch him in the face.
Don't we all?
And the clouds ripple off of this area. And I
Clouds
realized, I said, it
ripple
has to be.
off of the vag.
What
Like
clouds? What are
clouds.
the clouds made of? What?
Vag juice. I don't. I don't know. Like,
That's what
okay,
rain's
again.
made of.
So if you've ever. Okay, is there anybody in the chat? Have you ever seen clouds rippling off a vag? I mean, I really hope that if that happened, you took the girl to the emergency room. But like,
Well, I'm not gonna, no, I'm just gonna leave that where it is.
A
clouds rippling off a
mound
vagina,
is
because they do
forcing it
that.
to
Oh
spin.
my god! No, seriously, what do you think Roger's fucking? Like, does he really think that it's normal to have clouds like escaping your vag?
All right, he's basically the Ben Shapiro of YouTube pseudoscience. So anything is possible. Ben Shapiro
Yes.
thought that
I just
that
so
high amounts of lubrication were weird.
oh
Rodger
no,
seems to
yeah.
think that
Your wife can't get wet. That's,
Yeah, no, nothing,
No,
no
yeah,
wetness.
yes. Play with the vag emotes. Have a beer. It'll be all right.
That's what. By the way, that one emote that you're looking at, and you're like, I don't know what that is. It's a rock vagina. That's what it is. It's a rock vagina.
Unless you're YouTube, in which case it's a gray flame. Yeah, that's
It's
it.
a gray piece of garlic. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, it's totally not a rock vagina. It's a Rodger.
It's a rock vagina.
And past it, or it has to be a depression where it's being sucked down in and spinning over that way. It happens to be both. Would be a mound and a depression at the same time.
A mound and a depression at the same time.
It's like Schrodinger's genitalia.
Yeah.
And we can see that.
Holy shit. I mean, it's fucking labeled!
Wait, hold on. Maya.
I'm sorry. I'm sure that was like way too loud for a lot of people. But holy fucking shit.
You think he can read? I'm not convinced.
I'm assuming he's a mound and a depression. I'm assuming he's talking about the outer labia and the vagina, or maybe he's talking about the anus. Who fucking knows? I mean, when you have words in front of you, you can just use the terms on the goddamn picture. I don't. Why is he doing this to me? Oh my god!
In that very, very good close-up. All right, so here's how I started to understand this. This is the size of the Earth, which is virtually the same size as Venus. That's
true fact, by the way.
Yeah, sure. You know what? I don't even care where he got either of those pictures and whether they're scale. Let's just go. So wait.
Not that far
he found a picture. I mean, no. He found a picture of Earth, but he couldn't find a picture of Venus to transpose on top of Jupiter? Why? What is the point of this?
Because he doesn't know how to do very, 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 very basic, image.
No, I mean, it's like rather than finding a picture of Jupiter, I already have a picture of the Earth. It's about the same size. Let's just put this in a fucking video on the internet. That'll be there for fucking ever.
Yep.
Obviously is the red spot behind it. Now, you see the clouds are coming here sort of straight, and then all of a sudden they do this. That's why I say there has to be a mound or a cavity there, and there really is both. And that is where it starts to swirl, and that is where I start.
Hold on. Does Rodger believe in hollow Jupiter? Does he think that a mound and a cavity are the same thing? Because that means hollow Jupiter, you guys.
No. We were just talking about vages are mounds and cavities at the same time, in the same place, because that is the thing.
Yeah, it's like quantum planetary genitalia topology. It's a vibrant field, you guys. A vibrant field.
Wait, so can you go back like 5 seconds? Because he's...
I mean, if I have to.
I say there has to be a mound or a cavity there, and there really is both.
I didn't bring enough vodka for this.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem, Maya.
I'm having personal problems right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that is where it starts to swirl, and that is where I started to pick up and understand and look deep into the vagina. And that's what it is. I can't see any other possibility.
Is there a geologist here?
Or a gynecologist. Either would work. Sorry.
Yeah. Rodger is saying that this is where it starts to swirl. Seems I don't know what's Beams is saying. Cavity is between the left and the right ear. Oh.
Yeah, fair.
I like that. No. Yeah.
That is a model with predictive power that I cannot dispute.
No, yeah, that makes way more sense than anything Roger is saying. Um,
Yeah.
I'm still kind of concerned about like I'm really hoping a gynecologist doesn't come on and say, "Yeah, I've seen a swirling vagina. It's a
Well,
thing."
that'll get us demonetized. Everybody.
Now, listen to this. Jupiter spins in the right-hand rule. That means it goes around this way. All right? Now, here's Venus
That's not Venus. That's Earth.
erupting
Venus is
from
erupt.
the.
Oh,
That's a marble.
he didn't. God damn it! He doesn't know how any words or definitions. Venus is erupting from. I don't know how to like this. Okay, I've had two babies. I don't remember anybody saying that they erupted from my vag.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I not describe it that way anymore?
And yeah. Tell me about the day you erupted from your mom's vag.
Okay, so the day was November 9th,
For fuck's sake.
1991. And what happened was right at the smack dab stroke of midnight, right? At the
Mhm.
smack dab.
No, this is fascinating. Yeah, no, not at all. They can totally hear you right now. Mhm. That, yeah, wow. That's wow. That is so brave. I'm loving this story so much. Like fascinating, like riveting even. I, okay, I think you stopped.
And that's when the reptilians showed up, right?
All right. So I'm just gonna show a little cleavage, so that you guys will wake the fuck up. From that, I know it's a riveting stream, and so here's a little. Will you put your nipple away? Look, we can't. You can't be on YouTube doing all this like rubbing and like. Listen to me. I
I
have
don't
the.
know what she's talking about. Okay. I'm not gaslighting her. She's just crazy.
Thank you for putting your shirt back on, though. I do appreciate that because, like, I have to like view the rest of this in order to talk about it, and my eyes, oh God, my eyes.
Oh, well, you should go to grad school. I'm great at talking about things without ever, looking at them properly.
I've been
Earth
to
is flat. Prove me wrong. Anyway,
I've been to grad school. I completed it successfully.
you're right. You're right. I meant
Fuck you.
physics grad school, I suppose. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I deserve that.
You do. You do.
The spinning Jupiter. As it came out, it would roll back this way. It would be forced to roll this way,
Why
and
do
it
we
would go
believe this?
spinning away.
Because marble. Look at the marble.
So
It's a
Venus
marble.
comes out of Jupiter, erupts from Jupiter,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it has to go spinning this way. Um, I'm why? I don't understand this. I look, citation
It,
needed.
it's going like that. You see?
Is that
Was that the
left
way he's
hand
going?
spin? Left hand
Hold on.
spin? And it goes the left hand spin? Like, is that what we're doing
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, which is interesting because that's not the way it goes. It goes the other way. Right?
I mean, the cloud. I mean, I don't know what to say. The clouds go clockwise and counterclockwise, and anybody who's actually seen Jupiter in motion understands that the bands are. I feel like I'm silly when I make sense. It's just like words mean nothing anymore.
Yeah, that's what math was invented for. When words mean nothing. Also, I want to second what Titan Uranus said in chat,
What's
which is
Titan
that
Uranus?
yes, indeed, tapioca weasel is an excellent safe word. Just saying. I'm a very safe individual.
Well, you can't have it because it's already like it's an emote, and it's the only level for the members, and we're it's just if you name everything a tapioca weasel, it just loses its usefulness. Like this guy.
Tell me what to do.
Look, your mic levels are off the chart right now, and you know how
That's because
our friends are.
I brought my mouth like 2 inches
You know
away.
how our friends are about your mic. Don't
Yeah,
make
they're
them.
fictional. They always making fun of me.
Don't make them complain. I just got tapioca weasels running
Does
through the
that, and
chat.
nobody's ever been. It's going in the left-hand rule, and it's the only planet that does that, and nobody's ever been able to give an explanation for why that happened.
That's
This
not
is
true.
it right here, and in the
Wait.
ancient
Okay, hold on,
texts,
hold on.
Is it the only? Wait, what do I totally forgot what we were talking about? Something. I mean, something Jupiter Vag, but is that what we're talking about? It's the only planet
No,
that gives birth to.
no. What we're talking about is the idea that if you look at it from a certain perspective, that there's only one planet, and I can't find my eraser for my thing. Oh, there it is. There's only one planet that, if you look at it from the top of the solar system, that orbits in the counterclockwise or clockwise direction. I actually don't, off the top of my head, remember which one. I think it's counterclockwise, actually. And one. So Uranus actually, one, rotates almost 90 degrees orthogonal compared to all the other planets. And so, does it rotate counterclockwise or clockwise? It's not really a well-posed question. But Venus does spin, quote-unquote, backwards. Probably because it hit something. Because guess what? Angular momentum can be transported between various objects in a variety of different ways. When I was doing my comps 2, the second stage of my comprehensive exams that let you get a PhD, I had to study and write a review style article on a subject outside of my area of that expertise. And the subject that I chose was planetary migration in gaseous protoplanetary disks, which is basically the idea of, okay, when Jupiter formed, Jupiter could not have formed where Jupiter is. There isn't the right stuff that would be there to coalesce into the thing that Jupiter is. It had to form closer in. And then it had to migrate outward. This is true for all of the gas giants and the ice giants.
Mm-hmm.
And it
In doing
turns
so,
out
it just spews rocky planets from its vag.
the theory doesn't really talk much about rocky planets. They're too small for them to be governed by the type of physics that I'm talking about. They would be governed by the wake of the type of physics that I'm talking about. So you have a big ass planet like Jupiter, which has a lot of gravity, and it's going to exchange angular momentum with a big chunk of the protostellar disk. Okay, there's going to be a whole chunk from 100 million miles away from the sun to 500 million miles away from the sun. And all of that is going to be interactive. It is going to be gravitationally interacting with Jupiter. And it's going to tug on it in various ways. And it can tug on it in a number of different ways depending on the initial conditions and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, it tends to pull those planets outward.
Okay.
And
so
that
if you're
is what I mean.
If the theory doesn't have a model for the rocky planets, it's totally plausible that the gas giants could spew rocky planets from their vages.
I mean, that seems to be the best version of their argument, yes, and it's a terrible one.
Look, you don't know how rocky planets got here, therefore Jesus.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, fair. Yeah.
It says the feared god Jupiter gave birth to the fiery comet Venus, and at that time it was a comet turned into a planet as it settled down.
Listen, comet.
Okay, this is
It's a
extremely
comet.
interesting. I made a
It
mistake when
erupted
I
from
said
Jupiter's vag
Venus.
like a comet. It's like you haven't even read Velikovsky or whatever we're doing.
Do I look Russian? Or Polish?
I don't know. You don't seem very comrade.
No, because I am a good, patriotic capitalist. Please don't unsub from Maya's channel. Sorry. Please don't unsub from Maya's channel because I said I was a capitalist. I'm not a capitalist.
I mean, he kind of is, though. I can't, when you make statements like this, I can't ensure your safety during the revolution. Just saying.
Capitalist? I am not. Trust fund baby? Yes. I am a trust fund baby. That I am. Hashtag reparations.
Venus was the only planet that spun backwards. Uranus does a very similar thing, only it's laying like on its side. So instead,
I don't know how he knows I sleep on my side, and that's how Uranus's, or my anus in this context, is oriented, but I'm a little freaked out.
He's watching you sleep. It's not disturbing at all.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
Oh, it's a Rodger thing to do. He
knows when you're awake.
It's spinning like this way, only backwards. Now, Uranus was one of the primordial gods.
Well, thank you. True. I'm glad somebody respects it.
And he was mated with Gaia every night until they castrated him, the Titans and so forth.
Okay, we're going to need to ask. Titan directly. Is this true?
No, I know that he did. Well, it's so weird. Okay, so Gaia was his mother, but he also had children with her, and I think they were the first of the Titans. Like he fathered the Titans. Oh, Titan, yeah. Who's your daddy?
I'll be your daddy.
But you have to look into this deeply. But this becomes extremely interesting. Uranus has 27 known moons.
I just don't think he's that heavy.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know he's an interstellar, what do you call it? Immortal bot, but I don't think he's so large that moons would surround him.
Yeah, the term I think you were looking for was androidal pop icon.
Titan says stop being stupid.
Okay, fair enough. I was named for, the angelic god of war, angel of war, Michael, because I'm beautiful.
27 moons now. Listen to this. Most of the satellites orbiting other planets have names from Greek or Roman mythology. Not Uranus. Uranus moons are unique because they're named for characters in the works of...
I mean, mine's named for whatever I ate last night, because that's what I'm screaming. I'm like, God damn chicken wings! Sorry, was that way too much information? That was probably way too much information.
Look, we don't need to know about your sexual fetishes.
William Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. All of Uranus' inner moons
I've been so thoroughly put in my place.
Oh my god.
appear to be roughly half water and half rock. The composition of most outer remains unknown, but they are likely captured asteroids. No, they are from a collision of that planet, tipping it on its side, throwing all of this debris out. Look at this. The rings, it has 2 sets of rings in addition to, what is it, 27 moons or whatever, 27 moons, and it's got like 6 rings.
Well, wait. This only came out a year ago. He must know that all the gas giants have rings and a fuck ton of moons.
That's not new information. Yeah, no,
it's not.
that information. I first became aware of the fact that Jupiter, Neptune, and Uranus had rings.
I don't even remember when it was, but I remember when it hit the news.
I became aware of that in 2000, when I was 9.
Okay. No, it's probably around there for me too. I don't remember where it was, but I remember it hit the news. It's just like, we think all the gas giants have rings. And I'm like, what? But yeah, I mean, so you're saying it's been like a quarter of a century ago.
Well, it would have been one of the first things, the first time Hubble took a look at it, you would have figured it out. Also,
and I've
Voyager.
I've seen the rings on all the moons.
It's just that on Saturn they're like very conspicuous on Saturn.
Yeah, and I think for the other gas giants, one of whatever the Voyager was, it actually had to it had to look back at the planet so that you could see the rings in the light of the sun. Yeah,
that's
the ones I saw, but
they're a lot less well defined. For example, like I would not be at all surprised if the rings of Neptune were almost indistinguishable from just background crap. Until you actually look at it as a function of that particular radius at that particular latitude. And even then, it's going to have a much larger spread than, for example, Saturn's rings. So Saturn's rings...
we've got to have Ember back. We've got to have Ember back on. She's
fantastic.
The science nerd. She's like Bree, where, you have Bree.
Yeah, no. The whole community.
The bug guru. When I met her... and she'd have
animal
a little
guru.
mantis always sitting on her microphone. But Ember. When
I visited, I got to see I don't believe I saw a mantis. I can't remember if there was a mantis there. Did I see a mantis, Bree? I can't remember. I remember the beetles. And the beetles, there was one particular super awesome armored beetle that was blue, and it was we were watching a Tear Zoo video or something that was the Tears of the Insects or something, and she was like, "Oh, I have that one. It's right over there." And I remember looking at it later and being like, "Oh, this is awesome."
She's saying it's not in season for mantises. All right.
Yeah, okay.
But that is the one thing I remember about her earliest videos when I first started following her a few years ago. She would always stream and have a mantis sitting there. I think they didn't, when she moved out of her last place, I think she said that they didn't survive the move. But, all right. No, we're,
I wanted to say a thing about rings of Saturn. Sure. So... the rings of Saturn are very well defined. You can see them just through a telescope. You can probably see them through good binoculars.
Okay.
Or at least the fact that Saturn doesn't look round and everything else looks round. You can see that through good binoculars.
Okay.
And it's very clearly rings.
Mm-hmm.
You know how thick do you think the rings of Saturn are?
I know they're just like dust clouds, and I heard that if you were like actually in the rings, like they wouldn't really register as rings. Just I mean, because it's just like rocks and dust. So I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
I as big as whatever the biggest rock is in the. I don't know.
That's a pretty
Well, I
good
don't know. You know
answer.
what? It does have a couple of moons in between the rings too. So I don't. I don't know. But I'm dumb. Final answer.
No, this is an answer that I've never met somebody who this did not surprise when they heard, like, as far as we can tell, they seem to be this, according to the math and observations. 10 meters.
Okay.
They're about 30 feet thick,
Okay.
which means that roughly 65% of the material is like in a chunk that's like 30 feet thick. That's not thin.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a
It
thing
really
that
is.
goes around the entire planet.
Right.
That is way, 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 way smoother and flatter and more precise than like a high precision cutting blade would be, of similar like dimensions. So yeah, they're pretty nuts, and
Yeah. Yeah. But they are beautiful, and I'm
they're
glad
so
we're living at a
beautiful.
time when they're present because I hear, and I don't
It's
know,
not.
long
We
time in
don't
our
know how
future
they
they
are.
may not.
That's the other
Yeah,
thing.
right. You can't.
Last time I checked
Hmm.
and like made sure to like get an up to date answer about it was like 4 years ago. So
Okay.
maybe there is an accepted answer since then, but normally things don't move that fast. Um, we do not know how old Saturn's rings are.
Yeah.
The typical estimation is like 100 million years, which is long, but not that long, you know?
The chat seems to be mixed. So a lot of them are enjoying the star talk, and others are just like, you know, I'm down to a chubby. Keep it moving.
They're all dust and size particles, and that's what happens. It's the specific gravity of those particles. The bigger ones will be in closer, and the smaller ones will be out further. That type of thing. And because all of its moons are named now just recently, they obviously weren't there when they named all the other moons, because all the other moons in the solar system have names that are like Tetchus and Mimas and all of these Iapetus and
No, they don't. The other gas giants have a huge number of moons, and there's too many to name at this point. Like Jupiter's coming up on
Seriously, is it?
100.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jupiter has the most moons that we know of, correct?
Yeah, they don't all have names. They don't all have like good, well
I mean,
accepted
yeah, like we don't.
common names. They there's too
Right.
many. They don't. You know,
So I'm
it
just
actually
like,
it takes a lot of like people yelling at each other until somebody is louder than everybody else for things to have a single common agreed upon name. It takes a while to do that.
yeah, 100% native atheist. Thank you so much. 100% and fuck yeah. So, much love.
they're all of the ancient Greek gods. This is the only one that doesn't have those early names from the Greek mythology and Roman mythology. So I'm saying the collision happened after they had written all the stories of the origin of the universe. And that relates to Jupiter and Venus and all of that stuff. By that time, it must have happened after that, or as a consequence of Venus colliding with the rest of the parts of the solar system. It put the solar system in disruption. It was
So is
worlds
Venus like a
in
cue ball
collision.
that's just like roaming around the solar system, like breaking up motherfuckers? Like,
No, I don't.
I don't understand.
No, I think his argument is that the thing if I understand it correctly, his argument is that the thing that causes Venus to rotate in a retrograde fashion is this ancient collision that happened. And I think mostly that was just like pulled from the depths of his rectum.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Um,
figure out, is he saying that Venus hit another planet, or that just there were rocks everywhere and Venus was just like roaming around and like, and you get a moon and you get a moon and
the first
I
one, Venus hit another
okay.
planet. I think that's what
Okay.
he's saying. I think.
And the planet broke up and distributed hundreds of moons to all the gas giants. Okay, sure, whatever. Why not?
It's not. It's not the craziest thing. Like the
I
best
mean,
model that we have of the formation of Earth's moon is a collision with a large Mars-like
okay.
object called Theia. Like that is the
I mean,
best explanation that we
okay. No,
have.
no, 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 no. That wasn't like theta hitting the Earth exploding and causing moons for like all the other planets. It, you know, it,
Correct.
you
As
know,
far as we know.
and as far as we know, that's happened to quite a few planets. Which is the planet that there's one planet that is on its side and like rotating backwards.
Uranus.
Yeah, of course.
Uranus is totally like on its side. That's like the funky thing about it is
Yeah,
it's just like chilling at a 90-degree angle to everybody else.
right.
Not like a flat, hard,
No,
precise
yeah.
90-degree angle, but
I mean, damn near
well,
though. I mean, to the point where it can't have seasons because of the
yeah,
rotation.
yeah. At least
Um,
not. Yeah, at least not of our magnitude for sure.
no, 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 no. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never. Yeah, every planet's different. I'm not. When I say seasons, just sometimes it's chilly. Pluto has seasons, so like, it's whatever. But I mean,
Well,
so we are well, and then almost
the North and South
all the
Pole of
rocky
Uranus do
planets,
have
all the rocky
seasons.
planets have like a fuck ton of craters, including our moon. So we know that like collisions are common,
Yeah.
but his theory of how Uranus got its moons isn't making sense to me, and that's all I'm saying.
Fair.
Exactly as Velikovsky said. And we're going to go deep into his work because he's the only one that really researched any of this. It was all considered insane. And I'm not saying it's not insane. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. I'm saying it is insane, but insanity
Oh, it
can
is
also be
insane.
reality.
Insanity is reality.
Okay.
Um,
Physicists will look at any idea. We are going to look at a model of the Earth, of the Moon, where it's an hollow thing with all of the mass on its edge, because it's really easy to model, and you can write a paper about it. And guess what? It doesn't behave that way. It's a textbook problem. It doesn't behave that way. You know how it behaves? The way you would expect from what it is. Okay, sorry.
so
Oh, that
would
was it.
yeah. So yeah. Um, is there a math problem that would explain how Jupiter gestated and exploded Venus from its tiny vag?
Okay, we're gonna need to have some specific properties on the elastic properties of the vagina in question.
Okay, here. I've got that.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Rough. Okay. Yeah, I can make it up. Then
Yes,
I
yes.
got you. If I just
Insanity.
okay, let me just
Insanity
make it
is
up.
reality.
All right. All right. All right. So here's the deal. Here's how it works.
Uh-huh.
If you restrict yourself to a dielectrically charged pseudomanifoldian differentially continuous subset of the proper time subsystem of the primary microstructure and metaphysical substrate of what the underlying content is in your base physical theory, then you're really able to zero in much more precisely on what exactly it is that we mean when we come up with the psychophysiotechnical definitions and subspecifications of the phenomenology in question.
So did you say all that just to make a liar out of Al Trucker?
Is that something I would do? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. It is something I would do. Sorry, Al. I love you, Al. But I'm
All right.
not a wise person.
Okay, so now we're gonna. So we just did badges, and now we got to do balls.
Okay. Well,
Oh right.
rehearsed with this. See, I was gonna say you took me off screen because you were worried I was gonna do something inappropriate.
No, I'm letting you fiddle with the thing down there. I mean, don't fiddle with your thing, but like the video. You know what I mean.
I thought it was funny. There we go. Hold
on. Aw. Al has a message for you. Oh, and so does Crystal.
You know what, Crystal? I thought we were friends. Okay? I expect this kind of behavior out of Titan, but not from you. Not from you.
Hey, do you have that other video yet? We promised balls.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, see?
Yay. All right, balls. We don't have balls. Oh, my God.
Speak for yourself.
Me, it's Rodger once again. Today, speaking about the giant stone balls. They're everywhere around Earth. They're not just found in Costa Rica.
So what do we think, Chet? Do we think that giant stone balls are found everywhere around Earth, or are they only found in Costa Rica?
Well, okay. And Mars. I mean, if you want blue balls, you have to go to Mars.
Okay.
Some of the guys in the chat might disagree with that, but
let's give chat more balls.
Balls.
They're everywhere. Siberia, Bosnia, virtually everywhere on Earth these are, and I know what they are. I know exactly what they are, and you will very shortly, and you will understand these little spots here that some of them have, not all of them. It depends on what specific type of biology.
It depends on the specific type of biology. Ha, 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 ha. Sorry.
I don't know how to make sense of this. So
just don't. Just let it wash over you.
Is he saying that there are different
it is.
types of biology? Or is he saying that,
that's
like
actually...
the biology or the, we would have a different biology than a different animal.
I don't actually have a problem with saying that you have a different biology from a so.
But I'm thinking
do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A reproductive system with a uterus and a vagina is distinctly different from a reproductive system with testicles and a penis, right? Generally.
But it's all human biology. You do understand that, though.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. So, yeah, no, yours would be like, it's a different, reality of physics as opposed to a different specific law of physics. Okay, no.
And so that's what I'm wondering, where he's going with this, and I am doubtful.
Nowhere. Maya, he's never going anywhere with it. Okay, if we're gonna bring meaning and depth to the content that comes out of Rodger's mouth, we're gonna have to bring it ourselves.
Fair. That has always been true. So
yeah. All right, let's go.
Created them, and I am going to show you the biology that did create these stones.
Do you hear how giddy he is from talking about the balls? Like, he's almost laughing. Like, it's just like, hey, you don't hear it?
Yeah, no, not going to lie.
He seemed kind of disturbed by the vagina. Almost apprehensive to talk about it, but it's just like, hey, boss. almost like as excited as a man might be to show, his favorite girl his balls. But Roger's just looking
Yes,
at different balls that are not his.
fair enough. There's a whole interesting, weird sub story we can go into here now, but that's not what we're
Yeah,
here for.
just wanted to point it out. We can move on.
Spheres.
No, that was a commentary on Tapioca Weasel, not on you or on Rodger. Just Weasel and his weaselly, long, turgid
We're already
words.
for half the stream.
And they come in a variety of ways, and I have hundreds of pictures. Well, maybe not hundreds, but dozens at least.
Oh, he has hundreds of pictures. It's not just like a Google search of pictures.
Rodger's a
He
bad
has,
girl.
yeah. Does Rodger own Google now? Or did Rodger put all the balls on Google?
Well, they were already there. How do you think you found them?
Show you and prove to you precisely what they are. They can be tested. This is not a mystery. All right, this is one type of tendon ball, tendinenthesis.
When I watched this the first time, I actually did Google tendon ball because, I'm like, tendons aren't balls. Like they're just not
connecting. They're
Yeah.
You know what they
They're,
are? They're
skeletal muscles. So I'm just like, okay, why is he thinking that I'm like balls, or is he talking about? I can't, because I'm thinking even on your joints, like you wouldn't have these tissues. So like how people are saying like your knee is a ball or your elbow, if you took the bone out.
Yeah, exactly. It's the bone. The
Right,
bone
right.
is ball shaped in a thing
Sure.
because
But
that be how the joint work.
yeah, so if he was talking about a joint, that would actually make more sense, like the joint ball, which is ridiculous. But I give it to him because he's Rodger. A fucking tendon ball. I don't understand where we're going with this. And when I looked at it, I saw apparently in China, beef tendons is a delicacy, but even there, they're still chopped up and almost always cube shaped. So
Well,
much
if
like,
they leave them too big, they'll be a big choking hazard.
but much like Rodger, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I guess that's why we got to get people like Peter Guns on it, so that they can give us some guns.
Peter Guns gave us $1, and thank you so much. We love you. And if you have a message that you want to throw out, let us know. We'll put it up.
Boom. Okay, wait, hold on. Which window? There it is.
And this is where they break off. This is the attachment spot. Now, not all of them will have this. The interstitial balls, I don't see this exactly the same way. But in some of them, they break right here, and it leaves like a little round spot where it almost looks like skin peeled off. Now, this is...
I have no idea what's going on right now.
It almost looks like skin peeled off. It's barely
like one of those things.
It's like barely a color picture. I don't know what we're
you know
about.
why? Because I'm really bad at the whole audio part of things. I have not heard the same feedback about the visual part of things. Okay, but this is unwatchable. Like I don't.
This is bad.
This isn't helpful. This could be an overexposed photo of a random picture out of a textbook, or the map from a YA novel, just a random YA novel, and you look at the map in like the beginning or the end of it, and like it could be that's what it could be.
No.
a lot of them have two different.
They are though, Titan. It's a true fact about the you know
Sure, right at.
physics of fluid flow.
Entries going in, which apparently serviced the balls with some kind of nutrition or whatever.
Oh yeah, you got to service the balls. Hey, you know what? Rodger said it. I didn't want to let that comment go.
Rodger's a wise man, I suppose.
Got to service the
But
balls. Everybody knows that.
Not a position I'm going to disagree with.
but I do see that regularly, and
I'll bet you do, Rodger.
this just needs to be fleshed out. A little humor there. Okay, I'm going to just point this out, and if you really want.
So, do you think he's like? Do you think he's like a guy whose model needs like a lot of flesh? Is he a flesh heavy guy or is he a flesh light guy?
He's an idiot.
Fair.
Want to understand it, you're going to have to do a little work yourself, but I will show you. These are the tendon balls they're finding all over the earth. There are different ways that they invest. Some of them just splay into the flesh and steam out. Some of them are in balls and they have the fibers, but they all have balls attached to fibers. They are anchors. We find them in ligaments, we find them in tendons.
Did he just draw this himself?
He is nowhere near that talented.
What?
Look at that.
This?
It's not what he's describing, okay? So, don't worry about it too much, but it's not what he's... Okay, we can find out, though. Hold on. I see... You got nerd sniped. I can see it in everything about you right now. And you're like, I want to know what's going on right now. And now I do, too.
I mean, it's like, okay, I can kind of see where he's...
Okay, chat, hold on. This is what's happening right now.
Everything's just drawn so badly. And I'm like, where did you get this from?
What? We're already at 480. I did my best, chat. I did my best, Maya. But this is already 480.
No. I mean,
But what is this? Okay, this is a legitimate quality production value.
Sure, I just want to know what it is.
SCA /
Not helping.
BJ / P-4. Well, have you just Googled that? Because maybe it is helpful. So it works for me, I'm just saying, Do you want to keep going? We can keep going.
I'm on the fence.
Well,
let's see what he...
You know what?
I mean, because like I could, but like I'm just thinking, you know what?
What is that?
I'm gonna look at things that actually make sense, and then I'm gonna come back
That looks
here,
like a lambda.
and my head's gonna fucking explode. And I think we should just see what he thinks they are.
Well, that didn't work. Okay. There. No, shit. No, wrong.
They're in anthesis. They attach to muscles. They attach to bones. Let's take a look at them. I'm going to show you a couple dozen at least.
A couple dozen?
Areas on Earth where these are found in.
There was a long pause there. A couple dozen at least. Areas on Earth where you can see this kind of thing. I'm just saying. It was a long, healthy pause. Microevolution could happen during the duration of that pause. All I'm saying.
In copious quantities. Okay, I got so much of this, I'm just going to rock it. Here's a ton of these.
Bro, we don't need to hear about your Viagra stash.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this?
This is balls.
Yeah, and it's two balls together. Therefore, ancient giant balls. right? Where's the pain?
I mean, okay.
Walls,
Well,
and
I'm just saying,
they're
if
good.
these are ancient giant balls, right, shouldn't we have like more? Or I mean, is this a thing where guys are just like walking around and like, oh my god, I'm on my deathbed. Let me put my balls on the beach before I die.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that, you're not familiar with that?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the thing.
I
Yeah.
don't go to any of the men meetings. Forgive me.
They're kind of hot, just saying.
Size, but those are these tendon walls. And here's sometimes they have these layers, and and some don't. Some have a different structure inside. There's some more.
These
There's some,
layers.
you know.
We don't know. He doesn't have a, you know, like a thing for that. Like it's like there's no picture to tell what the layers would be. So we'll just say,
Well,
clearly there are some
yeah,
layers.
he had the one where it was like, oh, there's sort of like a layer here and then like a layer here. And it's like, but then he's also like, and sometimes they're not like this.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like,
Because that's normal, right?
It's a helpful summary of the current state of affairs, my friend.
These are in fleshier. Is literally that was in flesh.
That wasn't in flesh. That was in like clay or something, like shale. It was in shale.
Is it just me or was it a fucking cliff? I mean, what is
yes,
that is?
It was a. He thinks it's.
No, I didn't know. I have to. Flesh. Oh, of course, because Rodger.
Because Rodger is not the most sophisticated model builder in the scientific community.
I have a hard time understanding how somebody can be this goddamn stupid. I mean, I look at him and I'm just like, he seems to be like smelling his own shit or like drinking his own Kool-Aid, right? But it's just like, who the fuck could possibly be this dumb?
Well, that gives me a New Year's resolution, Maya, because I'm going to show you, just in every aspect of my life, exactly how you can be that dumb. All right, let's keep going.
I know it sounds insane, but I'm telling you, those were in flesh too. They're reddish.
I do want to thank Jason Jacoby for keeping me grounded. I totally forgot about this.
Yeah, no, it's nuts. That be how the like special relativity do.
Also, valid. Oh my God, comment. Can't get words out today. You know what? Rodger is making me stupider. I have fewer brain cells for having watched this.
That's just me, Maya. Most of that's just me. Just, yeah. You're okay.
I don't feel okay.
Also, most of that's me too.
That type of thing. These are some tendon balls just laying around. They're all over.
Just laying around tendon balls with the big.
So it's nobody's been able to deal with it because and they're all over.
They're all over.
Balls everywhere.
This looks like a Pokemon.
Oh, that is.
Right?
Yeah, but Pokemon catchers are not biological, so it's clearly not it.
Well, not with that attitude.
Interstitium. I'll show you the interstitium ones. This is from an area that had some kind of.
This looks fake, but also could be real, and you see where the layers are coming from at least, right?
Oh yeah.
There's a 6-inch layer.
Yeah,
of I don't know, giant spherical rock lasagna.
No, that could totally be a giant man ball that fell off a giant with a huge cock. Because that's a thing.
Well, okay, but if they exist that large, I don't need to know about that because my ego can only take such a beating.
chemistry that invaded the crust of it and turned those metals, which are normally red and black and so forth, into copper or something like that. This is a different
Wait, we
style
have
thing
copper
to work,
balls?
and that
Holy shit. Damn.
We got metals that would normally turn red and black. Red, at least I understand, can mean like rust, right? Like rust is a
Sure.
thing that metal can turn into, and like it's a thing. Black, silver, tarnishing silver turns blackish, right? So I guess that would also count, sort of.
I've been told I have brass balls. Is it like the same thing?
I don't think so. I think they're like
Hmm.
way more hardcore because like you're a badass and people are like, "Yo, shit, Maya's a badass." So it's not a phenomenon I normally have to deal with.
No, I know. Ember told me today that I was like a kind of, wait, what did she say? I don't know. All I heard is Maya's a badass and I'm not ready to be that big of a badass. And I was just like, why? Like, who is making you feel like you can't be a badass? Point me. Like, I just want their name and address. And you don't have to worry about what happens after that. But, it's like Bree said, I'm kind of mama bearish with my friends.
Yeah.
has like a sandy core, and then it has chert around the outside.
Okay, so no lie though, this is actually like really cool because I'm pretty sure I'm not a geologist. I don't know how the rocks do, right? But it looks like this is very much on the stage of that outer layers, those two outer layers that you see, like becoming part of an inner rock.
Okay.
That's what it looks like. Like it's on its way there. It's just it's not totally all integrated together, and there's always going to be weaknesses at the various interfaces. But like that looks like rock to me. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not at all. I could be totally wrong. I have no idea what's going on.
I know. I think we're gonna have to I don't know, do this again next time Doc Dino's on.
Fair.
He's amazing. He's over there finding Google searches and doing reverse images, and I'm like, oh, you're helpful.
Right?
I mean, because before, all we have right now is Rodger's giant folder of cock and balls, and it's just
no. And
wow, that's
yeah,
something.
it's delightful. Well, I mean, it looks like there might be a plant that's growing at that. Oh wait, well, whatever. No loss.
Now this is
I
a
love
stalk
this. It's
going
just
into it. You fed it.
Rodger's going into, how grandmas commandeer you, and I don't know, you probably don't hang around as many old ladies as I do, but they'll hey, no, I have new pictures of grandkids. I feel like Rodger did a stream of that. It's hey, I got new pictures of balls. Come look at my balls. Just gonna go live and I'm gonna flash you pictures of all my balls. It should be a scene. 200,000 subs.
Absolute madman.
You see these little blocks in here? Some of them have this kind of a structure, and some of them have shell-looking structures.
I literally have no idea what he's talking about when he says that.
Neither does he. I mean, I really like this comment because it's really on point for whatever the fuck he's doing right now. Because it's okay, I'm going to show you this picture and talk about something completely off topic. Here you go, sport. All right, here's another picture of balls.
Right? What the hell is it?
You're welcome.
Here we go. Exactly. No, I mean, it looks like a heart to me, right? Or like a kidney.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Shell-looking creatures. I don't know. I suspect this was a tendon ball at one point.
It was a tendon ball because those are things.
I mean,
and they used what they could use out of it.
Yeah. So apparently, when you have tendon balls, You just carve them out like ice cream from platforms. I don't even know what the fuck he's looking at.
Made out of stone. They're giant stone artifacts. Okay,
No,
like
they're fossilized balls. It's like you're not even paying attention. How many times does a guy have to say tendon balls for it to like sink into your head that like fucking duh?
I
And
mean,
also,
I'm
like,
I'm
Jester Lord of Fools is gifting memberships, and
you
I
can
love
do
shit
that.
that
Hold
makes
on, wait,
sense.
hold on. You can do that.
Doing what? Gifting
You can
memberships
you can gift memberships.
to Rodger? Fuck no. I forbid
No,
it.
wait. Can can people give gift memberships to us? Hold on.
To us? No, did I
Is
say
that
me? I don't even. I
is
hope
that
that's not a
is
thing
that
because,
is that possible?
like, do I have to like deliver my promises to myself?
Oh, okay, well, I press some buttons, so there's always that. Anyway,
Oh
Roger.
God, is this a dick measuring contest?
Yes, it's all I have, Maya.
But but we're talking about
balls, and
balls.
that's a
All right. Well,
house.
we gotta. You know what? I'm gonna have to
Van.
figure out something like super cool to do whenever people like do like gift and do super chats. Like, because we did. You guys are all so much. You're too kind, and thank
I'm
you for
willing to start an
showing.
OnlyFans.
I no. I really want to appreciate all the people willing to gift out my stone vagina. You have no idea how much that means to me.
Or that's the same spot and close up. And they come in. Almost everything has like layering to it.
Gee, I wonder why, Roger.
And they split like that. That I thought was a tendon ball, but now I believe it's an eyeball. You see the
I have no idea what I'm looking at here, but it looks pretty cool.
Oh, I know what it is. Balls.
All right, balls. Yeah, no,
Fucking balls. Oh, and you know what?
balls.
We even got a human this is this a human? Like for oh, yeah, there's a human under it. So it's a giant fucking ball.
Yeah, yeah.
number of
I mean,
layers of the
duh.
lens. I believe
I don't know. It kind of looks like a ghost, though. I'm just saying.
God
this is
damn it.
all layers
The
of the
answer is always aliens. We've been through this.
I'm sorry, Maya. I'm doing my best.
lens of a gigantic eye, and you can see it tapers down this way and tapers down that way. So
I
You see
mean,
a
I
giant
guess with the
eye?
power of pareidolia, I can't. Yeah, an eye.
It's an eye.
Like
Oh, an
an
eyeball.
eye.
Okay.
Like yeah.
No,
Like that.
I'll. You know what?
Yeah.
I will take this because an eyeball is a thing that people say.
And
Well,
it's also
children.
it's a round
Children.
thing that people say, and this is a round thing, right? So already we're doing less badly than we normally do.
No, like there are things that I've heard other people say. I'm going to give it to them.
Yeah, no, I don't count as people, but I appreciate that, Maya.
so that's my take on this one now. It's just a gigantic stone ball. And
Gigantic stone
What?
ball.
That
Where's the ball?
chat, where is the ball?
It's a gigantic stone ball.
Chat,
I
I
mean,
don't see the ball.
obviously.
Maya, do you see the ball?
Yeah. I mean, did someone take the ball?
I don't know what's going on.
these are one of the ones that has the center with the
Cream filling?
sand. Right,
That
these are
is
the
what
kind
you
that
keep
have,
in the
like,
balls.
It's not that far off, right? And in either version, for the record, the one with actual milk, even closer to it because milk, cream, not that far off.
No,
The other
milk
one,
are in
yeah.
different balls. Yeah, girl balls. We call them
That's my
tits.
point. Is my point? My point was to acknowledge the fact
Titties.
that
Say it.
titties,
Say it.
titties.
All right. God damn
Hold on.
it. We're adults here.
We are adults here, which is why we gotta be, we gotta be all about our nitties, all up in there.
Yeah. Finally got a nitty some titties.
Nitties, nitties.
It just seems right.
It does.
Like a fabric in them that I believe these can sort of move.
Yeah.
For the record, I have no idea what this is. It looks super funky. I have no idea what's going on here.
What is he saying?
I
zoned out, I'll be honest.
Oh shit, what the hell? Why is it going to DoorDash?
Wait, I thought you paid
fucking hell?
What did you do?
I don't know. I don't know why it suddenly decided to go to DoorDash. I mean, I guess it's like, yo, Vandy, you haven't gotten food today. But,
Fucking weasels.
These are technical difficulties, chat.
Oh, no. We can't have that. What are we going to do?
Well, you know what that means? That means I straight up have to go back to Discord and find the thing. There we go.
Are you serious?
I'm not a smart weasel, Maya. I don't know what you want from me. I am not a smart weasel.
I mean, I just wanted you to hit the play button, but apparently that was too difficult for you, Doctor.
I'm able to do it 99.5% of the time, okay?
That's another one. And then another.
Wait, what?
There.
Or,
we gotta focus in on it. I haven't seen that.
Also tendon.
Have we seen that?
The creatures that
We've
were
not seen that.
No, we haven't seen that either.
Fleshier.
Have seen that.
Van.
Have seen that.
Ears in here, but
we have not seen that.
My take on this. These are the kind that have fabric.
You see that? That is how the quicksort algorithm do.
In them that I believe these can sort of move a little bit. I don't know. The other ones I think are just not able to do anything other than be solid. That's one that they look like they carved chairs in here, but maybe not. Maybe that's just natural because we can see they rode like this.
I have no idea what's going on there.
I don't know what. I honestly don't know what just happened. Like,
he showed a bunch of rocks and said a bunch of sentences.
I think my brain did something to protect my sanity, where it's just like, this doesn't make any fucking sense, and it's just gonna hurt your head. And you have to work in the morning to earn a living and eat food and live in a house. So we can't break your brain with all this fucking gibberish. So here's a nice picture of, things that make sense. I process literally none of that.
You know what? This is what I'm saying, Maya. You and I have so much in common. Because I didn't either.
Road like this. Let's see. That.
Yo, that's legit cool, though.
That is cool.
I don't know how they did that. I believe they must have cut that. I don't think that.
Yeah, bro. They cut that. That's not natural. I'm not gonna mock you for looking at that and being like, "Yo, I don't think that's natural," and not being like, "That's obviously not natural." Because there's a lot of stuff that you'd be like, "That doesn't look natural," which is natural. It's a thing, but not that. That humans cut that. I would bet a large portion of my money on that. But I can't because, supposed to go to Maya for reparations.
Yeah, reparations, cha.
Natural.
You know what? I want to do. I can't Rodger anymore. He's hurting me.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's fair. We've been doing it for an hour and 45 minutes. And that's not healthy.
So what do I want to do? I don't know. We'll see if this gets me taken down. But I really like this. It was something I found, and it's funny. And
Is it nitties?
Mm. Wait, is it nitties?
Is it nitties?
Titties? No, I would never put
Yeah,
titties.
yeah, but I say it that way because it's
Titties.
it
Grow
it's
the fuck
algorithm
up.
impervious. Maya, I know how the algorithm do.
You're obnoxious.
You see that? Who's
Oh.
When I see a viral video, post it like it's mine, post it like it's mine, post it like it's mine. You think that I'ma credit you? Post it like it's mine, post it like it's mine, post it like it's mine. When an OC get an attitude, post it like it's mine, post it like it's mine, post it like it's mine. I got 70 million fans when I'm on the Instagram, and I steal the best content cause that's just who I am. I'm a nice dude, I'm real good to me. Got a nice vid, screenshot for free. I'm just an old dude, $1 million boat. That's why I won't pay for your video. Hubris, ego, smelling like fish eggs. DMs that you send me, I'll leave all of you on red. I can exploit you, this could be your visit. Credit you? Nah, I won't help you get a his it. Take it from me, social media agency, with the steel to make you feel like it's generosity. So don't try to run up on my ear talking all that copyright-ish. All the credit me-ish. When your content from my feed, I ain't gon' pass you-ish. You should think about it. Matter of fact, you should kick rocks, B. Think before you think you get shot out by me. When I see a viral video, post it like it's mine, post it like it's mine, post it like it's mine. You think that I'ma credit you? Post it like it's mine, post it like it's mine, post it like it's mine. When an OC get an attitude, post it like it's mine, post it like it's mine, post it like it's mine. I got 70 million fans when I'm on the Instagram, and I steal the best content cause that's just who I am. I won't.
Oh, God. It just really reminded me of my week.
Oh, I was gonna say it really reminds me of me.
Oh, yeah, because you're a white rapper?
No, because I just coast through life, just with people assuming that I'm good at things. I don't.
All right. Yeah,
White privilege is fantastic, people. You gotta try it. This is what I'm saying. I imagine and dream of a world where
Are you still
white
talking?
people and black people both have the same level of awesome.
God, you're fucking boring. All right. So next week is supposed to be Gur streams, and I don't know. So
And
Gur
pink
bailed
people.
on us once. So if there's anybody out there that knows Gur, it'd be like, Gur, don't forget Maya next week. It's you and Maya and the weasel or whatever.
I can make it worth his while.
No, I'm so sorry. Like I really wanted to have more energy, but I had I'm sorry, I took Friday off. And
Maya,
yeah, I had a 3-day weekend, and then today I woke up early, I had to be at a friend's birthday party, and I ran home, and then I had to put a thumbnail together, and I'm just I have a dull headache, and then I watched Rodger, and I feel dead
you
inside.
have courageously pushed yourself through an entire 2 hours
Of
of the
Rodger.
poorly saturated pink weasel dude. And Rodger, also Rodger, he's not great, but I'm a lot better at being annoying than Rodger because I'm trying, because I'm awful.
I do want to
I
thank
do my best.
everybody for being here, because we had a lot of competition tonight. I think a lot of people were streaming when we came on, so I do appreciate everybody for coming in and putting up with us. And um, we be wacky, but we have fun. And hope to see you next week, Doc. You had a really busy weekend. Do you want to tell everybody what you did all weekend, and maybe they can
Oh,
watch
yeah, so my weekend
Thursday?
started on Thursday, yeah, at Skeptic Haven. And I was on Skeptic Haven's Thursday evening show, and it was great. And
What did you
so
talk
like
about?
we talked about physics, exactly. So for the record, Skeptic Haven has like the best stable of physicists in the community, and I have only met like one or two of them. Okay, but I'm looking forward to going back on Skeptic Haven because I talked with Sunny about like physics, and there was a whole like it was a Q&A and chat. It was great. Anyway, that was on Thursday.
Do you remember when I had to badger? Do you remember when I had to badger you, like to answer an email from them, and you're like, "Oh, fine, I guess I'll do it." And now you're
because
like,
I'm
"Oh,
bad at the life thing, Maya. What do we do on Friday?
we celebrated making money. I have
Boom.
emotes. I am so excited. I got my stone vagina, and I
Hashtag
guess
late stage capitalism.
I don't even
Wait,
care
was
about that. I got my
that
stone vagina. It's an emote. Nobody else has it. Nobody. I don't think anybody else will. Oh yeah, and you
Or
got
the
your
weasel.
emote, and
There we go.
your weasel
Yeah.
cult that you've been talking about ever since we
Weasel
started.
cult.
So you're welcome.
Thank you.
I feel like you're doing
And
more reparations
also
than me.
the membership tier is named after me. It's fantastic. I'm so
Yeah,
fragile emotionally on a
yeah.
deep level.
He is like, you have no idea how excited he is. Like, I've been hearing this every day. He doesn't let a conversation go by without gushing about his new weasel cult. Oh, and
I'm
the weasel
so
emotes.
adorable. I am and excited.
But he likes the weasel emoji too, which
I
you
do.
don't see anywhere. So, if you want weasel emojis, you have to come here. And
Hey, psst, chat. She told me she spent like a long time looking for the right emoji so that it would like work and be awesome. Okay, so she acts like she doesn't care, but she cares. She cares, chat.
look, where else can you go to get weasels, vaginas, and titties? You gotta come back here. What you doing? You did some. Oh, you were with Vandalia on Saturday.
Yeah. So
right?
So that was on
Oh,
Sunday.
kind
Was
of.
we were
That was
celebrating the
Landon,
thing.
which was fucking amazing.
Yeah. So it is the show. It's Vandalia. He wasn't like restreaming it or something.
Right.
It's Vandalia's show, but it's Landon's. It's Vandalia's channel. It's Landon's show.
Did you tell Landon he needs to come on our show?
Yeah, I totally remembered to do
I
that.
hate
Maya.
you.
I'm so bad, Maya. I'm sorry.
You're really bad at this.
You're the one who like scheduled another month out in advance, like over the last week and a half.
Look,
So I'm just saying.
Some people are productive. I don't. You wouldn't know anything about it.
Fair. Anyway, yeah. So we talked about it. We did. It was Before Earth episode 0, and then each month on the third Saturday of each month on Vandalia 1998's channel, we're gonna have Before Earth episode increment, and I'm gonna get to ask all sorts of questions, hopefully, about cosmology and maybe a little bit about Mach's principle, but we're gonna like decide that offline most. Anyway, it's gonna be great, and it was like proper hardcore nerdy rigorous physics talk because Vandalia is like an astronomer who's Vandalia's not Vandalia, sorry,
Landon
is an astronomer.
Yes.
And Landon's high school physics tutor was Richard Feynman. His high school.
How did he finagle that? Is he like independently wealthy?
He's like me, but luckier. Maya, that
Here, no. Enough said.
Right? When it comes to physics, very hard to do that.
I cannot promise your protection during the revolution.
No, but my charming personality can.
Yeah. Good luck with that. All right.
All right.
Anything coming up this week?
No. So I was supposed to appear. So I appeared on Vandeli's channel on Saturday. I was supposed to appear on Professor Park's PhD's channel this morning. He had to cancel because life happened. But I will be appearing on Professor Park's PhD's channel, shortly. And they're also awesome. So we're gonna have. I also have to invite them on the show too.
Would you like to answer this question, please?
Oh, so Richard Feynman, is probably the most famous physicist of like the middle chunk of the 20th century. Feynman was a guy who formulated the most easy to use and approachable formulation of quantum field theory in terms of like path integrals and stuff that was able to actually do calculations and express things that were like useful and like could help, for example, in the computation of cross sections in nuclear reactions in the early 40s, when knowing about how nuclear reactions were kind of a big deal. He got a Nobel Prize in physics, but somebody gets that every year, right? Feynman though is one of the bigger deals.
When's yours coming?
Never, Maya. I'm not that talented or lucky. Mostly probably mostly lucky, honestly. But anyway.
But I mean, how many people are like shooting atoms with space lasers? You gotta, make a breakthrough sometime. I mean, I'm assuming if you're, unless you're just like farting around on campus.
Though. I mean, Maya.
Yes.
How much diligent, hardcore, disciplined work do I put into the daily grind of running this channel?
Please answer this question.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know the dates on any of the shit. I just know names.
Noel's tutor before college. It like his high school tutor was Feynman. That's what I
think she's asking if he was like famous at the time that he was tutoring, or
yes, no. Noel is not that. Landon Noel would have to be 90 years old for that not to be true, because if Landon Noel were 90 years old, like right now, that means that he would be born in 1933, and Feynman became Feynman in the mid 1940s. He won the Nobel Prize in I think the late 40s, and he was sort of grabbed from, I think, Princeton. They were sort of like, hey, we need this guy for the Manhattan Project, so you know what you need to do? And they were like, we need to give him a PhD. You need to give him a PhD. Okay, thanks. Which he deserved.
Sure, yeah.
But,
yeah. And your not professor, but your advisor or whatever has a Nobel Prize, right?
Yeah, my PhD advisor, Eric Cornell, he won the Nobel Prize for being the first and among the first. He was the first, but other people won it for not being the first. Anyway, for being the first to observe Bose-Einstein condensation in the way we observed it, a dilute ultra cold atomic gas. And
aren't you so glad you got to shoehorn that in the stream? You're so welcome. It's just been a wonderful weekend for you.
It's been so good. I have such an immense ego. It's so big. Also, Nikola Tesla. Just saying, my grandfather was his friend or something. I don't know. Not really.
They could build a time machine so they could transport Trump back to the 1800s, so he could be featured in a coloring book for reasons. And I'm gonna say true story, but I didn't make that up.
Yeah, she literally did not make anything she set up. Other people made parts of it up, but even then, less than you would think. Like the part about it like actually being grounded in realistic time travel, yes. The part about some people like having that as a motivation, no, that's real.
All right, so we will see you guys back this time next week, hopefully with the Gerst stream.
Yeah, I don't have any plans
so
between
like
now and
yeah,
next
if
Sunday.
anybody sees them, poke the Ger.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
Okay. Bye. I say bye.